This is part 2 of the side skirt preparation video series, I guess you could say, because there's going to be more than 2 of them. In the last video, I went through, I showed you what we were doing. I took the factory mud flaps off the car, got the car cleaned up. Car's ready to go. Now I need to start on the actual side skirts themselves. First 2 things that need to happen for the side skirts. They need to be washed thoroughly to get all the contaminants off them, and then they need to be scuffed. Once they are scuffed, since they're ABS plastic, I'm going to go ahead and wash them down again with soap and water, and then do a final wipe down with 70% isopropyl alcohol, because isopropyl alcohol will not damage the plastic. If you use some type of paint thinner or mineral spirits on ABS plastic, you take a chance of the ABS plastic actually cracking due to the the chemicals that make that thinner do what it's supposed to do. ABS and that thinner doesn't really work well together. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing that. I'm not going to have the camera rolling the whole time because nobody wants to watch an hour of someone washing and scuffing side skirts, but you will see bits and pieces of it starting around now. Alright, so I got one done. I wanted to just show you the difference between the unsanded skirt versus the sanded skirt. You can see that all the gloss has been knocked down, and this is important in order for adhesion of the paint to be as good as it can be. I'm talking even down in these little crevices right here. You got to get all the high gloss area out of those recesses, all the way down through on the inside of this channel, on that lip there. Anywhere there is a lip, all the lip work goes around the back side here. All this has to be matte and dull to finish. Now if you look right here, I don't know if you can see that or not, there's still a little bit of gloss in that corner, and there's still a little bit of gloss right there in that corner. So I'm going to finish up this skirt, go ahead and finish up the next one, and I will see you momentarily. Well, here it is, all sanded down, all dried, cleaned, and sitting in the sun, getting this nice little bake on, getting whatever else little bits of water I couldn't get off with the rag. As you can see, they're both very matte in the finish, very dull. It's exactly what you're looking for when you're trying to spray paint or paint something with a spray gun in a booth. It's all nice and flat. On the inside, I did about a 1-inch strip all the way around the inside. See if I can flip it over so you can see. You can see along the edges where they're dull. I scuffed all that up too. Not only for in the event of overspray, because it's going to happen, but also when I go to put the 3M tape down on the inside to stick it to the rocker panel of the car, the tape will have something to bite to as well, and that'll just ensure even more efficiency when installing these things. Yeah, so I didn't get to record as much of the process as I wanted to. The camera was smarter than me, and when it got hot, it shut off. It quit working. I didn't do that. really hot down here. I forgot how humid North Carolina was this time of year. Oh well, live and learn. Get used to it, right? Alright, well, this is looking good. Next will be adhesion promoter or plastic primer, and then base coat, clear coat. Alright, so as I said, this is going to conclude part 2 of the side skirt prep and paint process. Just wanted to caveat on a couple things I said earlier in this video regarding the prep for paint of the ABS plastic. I've mentioned not to use any type of paint thinner, mineral spirits, things like that. What I'm referring to exactly are, these are just examples. My first one is Duvacolored paint thinner. It's 100% mineral spirits for oil-based paint. This will damage the plastic potentially. It could smear it, melt it, cause fractures or cracks. Same thing with the acetone. So though these do work on plastics, sometimes it depends on the type of plastic. ABS, I've heard and have seen it damage it, so I'm not even going to give it a chance to ruin my process. So what I'm going to use instead is the 70% isopropyl alcohol made by Ecolite. I got this at Walmart. You can get it at Walgreens, Target, any big name store, anywhere from, I believe, 88 cents up to $3, depending on the brand that you buy. Isopropyl alcohol, it's all the same thing, brand irrelevant. So I'm going to use this to prep it, get it all wiped down, cleaned up. Once the fumes fume off, once the alcohol fumes off of the panels, I'll give the panels a final tack down with a tack wipe. We'll lay down adhesion promoter. We'll lay down our base coat and our clear coat, following the guidelines of the cans for flash times and whatnot. Just make sure that everything is nice and dry before we start adding more layers on. But that's going to happen another day, because it's hot and I want to go back in the house. If you are following along with this process because you have a car like mine, or you want to do something similar to this to your car, I highly urge you to like and subscribe so you can see the process from start to finish. If I make mistakes along the way, I'll show them to you so you don't do it in the future. If I don't make mistakes along the way, well, you just saw a step-by-step process how to do it effectively. It's a win-win for you and me, but more you. Yeah, that's it. So again, like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next part of the side skirt preparation. Alright, have a good one. Thanks. Out.